Hi, everybody. My name is Stephen Daw. I am a staff writer with Billboard Pride, and I'm here today with Hayley Kiyoko. Hayley, how are you?
Hey, Steven, I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well, much better now that I'm talking to you. Um, I'm so excited to talk to you. First things first, um, let's talk about some of your new music because it's been so like Found My Friends already.
Oh,
Incredible song.
thank you.
Excellent start. And then I just got to listen to Chance. It's so good and it's so gay. So thank you so much for that. um, no, but like, what has it been like getting to get back behind the mic and start throwing out some new bops for your fans?
Thank you. I really appreciate those kind words. I'm just so excited to release the new music and just kind of open myself up more and share this next chapter with everyone and everyone who's supported me, like yourself. And it's just really, I'm so excited. I'm honestly so excited, and I'm so glad you thought Chance was super gay, because when we wrote it and we recorded, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so gay. But it's for everyone. But I was just like, my personal experience when I listened to the song, I'm just like, wow, like it just feels like me from beginning to end. So I'm just so excited that you felt that way.
Completely. And I do. Oh, yeah. And I want to make clear when I say that like the song is so gay, that is the highest compliment. It is so good.
I
I
love
love it.
I love that we're changing that term.
Exactly. 100%. Like those Hillary Duff commercials from 2007. You remember that? The one where she was always telling people, like, stop saying that's okay. It's like, no, now we're turning it around, babe.
Now we're like, let's make some gay things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course. And now, obviously, so we've all been trapped inside, as have you, I'm sure. And now we're finally starting to slowly come out of it. I know for you personally, you've got a couple shows coming up.
I
You're going to be doing Can't Cancel Pride, you're doing Out Loud. How are you feeling about finally getting to like perform like in front of an audience for the first time in a while?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so excited to have that like human interaction. I think it's going to be a little scary to like the social anxiety of like, oh my gosh, we don't have to be afraid of one another is like going to be something that we're kind of like, I'm working through. I'm like, whoa, is this okay? We're good. Like, it's just, we've been through a lot. So
Yeah,
there's that piece, but then also it's just I'm just so excited to feel that energy and share that energy in person. There's just nothing better than experience in person, you know? So Pride last year was awesome, but I was sitting in this chair waving my flags.
right, right.
Nice to feel some wind on my face and share it with the people that I love.
Completely. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we're quite back at the days of fans like throwing bras at you on stage, but like one day we will get there.
Yeah, I one day, or it might have just been a moment. Who knows? We'll see.
Who knows? Um, and now I do want to talk to you. This is a panel we're discussing inclusivity and coming out. And something that I have always found in talking to queer artists is one of the big problems that we deal with visibility and inclusivity is that a lot of people when they're growing up don't have a whole lot of queer role models that they get to look up to. So I wanted to know from your perspective, when you were growing up, when you were just like starting out, who were some of the people that you felt like the LGBTQ icons that you were like, okay, these are the people that like are really doing it for me?
There wasn't someone who looked exactly like me, had the exact same experience. Granted, we all have such different journeys, but there wasn't this one person. I think that like I was so grateful for so many artists for different reasons. Like I always bring up Tegan and Sarah. Like Tegan and Sarah, like even if they were saying you in a song, like I knew it was a girl, and like I could listen to it in my headphones on this road trip and like celebrate my gayness while I was with my family without them knowing. And so like that was like such an important um, part of just like comfort for me. Sia as well, like knowing as a songwriter, I mean, just and like I remember like waiting in line at the Wiltern for hours to see her in concert. And she like wore this a vagina, vulva, I don't know if I can say that, but like just dress. And I was just like, wow, this is iconic. Like, you know, so it's just like people like that. And then there's artists like Robin, who's not, I don't think she's gay. And like the songs that she would release, like I made those gay anthems for me. Like, so like, I think the point is that music and art, helps us get through things, and they can be used and they can support you in ways that maybe it wasn't meant to support. And that's what's so awesome about music in general. And I'm really grateful for that.
100%. Yeah, you can't look me in the eye and tell me that Call Your Girlfriend is not a gay song.
I know. Like, I'm like, what? Like, I'll never forget that moment when I found that. I was like, what do you mean? And like, even like the Killers, like I loved the Killers growing up, and I still do. And to me, I was like, that was when Brandon Flowers was singing, like I was singing that song to the girl. And so that's what's so wonderful about art, is it can be a portal or an avenue of way of expressing yourself or comforting yourself. And that's why I love doing what I do.
And I really like what you said about, you know, taking songs that, you know, maybe aren't necessarily like considered queer, but like if it means something to you, because I do think that there is something to be said for like the universality of art and it being interpreted the way that you want. But there's also something to specificity, which is something that you yourself have done so much of in your career. And that obviously started with Girls Like Girls, which you and I have talked about an extensive amount, because I adore that song. And it's still in my top 100 on Spotify to this day.
I love that.
I know it's been like 6 years since you officially released that song and officially like came out to the world. What have you noticed that's like significantly changed about the environment around you since like making that decision to release that song?
I've seen a shift in just the presence of queer artists in general, like in the industry. And it's been really cool to see so many queer artists like winning, you know?
It's so cool to see so many people like doing so well. And if we're talking about change, the other thing that I always like to ask on top of that is, you know, we've been in this very dark, weird time. What's giving you hope right now? Like, what's a thing that you're looking at going like, okay, we can do this?
I think it's just teamwork. Like everyone needs to focus on something and try to make a change and try to improve the world for our future generations. I think that everyone's getting bit by that bug and realizing there won't be change unless we do it ourselves.
Pride season's officially coming back. We're getting back into the swing of things slowly, steadily, safely. What are you most looking forward to about this Pride season?
I'm just grateful for my health. I'm excited to celebrate my achievements as a human being, to pat everyone on the back for their growth and their discovery and their journey. And like, that's what Pride's about. I think there's a lot of pressure too. It's like, oh, we need to do this and do that. It's like, it's also just about acknowledging where you're at with your journey and being like, hey, it's hard to love yourself. It's hard to be truthful to who you are and actually share that with the world. And like, you're doing great and keep going. And like, that's what the month's all about.
Hayley, I think that that's going to be everything. Is there anything else that you want to add?
I mean, that's it. I'm excited that we got to speak, and I'm excited to be sharing the new music, and check out Chance and the music video as well if you haven't seen it. And I hope to see some of you guys at some of the Pride events.
For real, if y'all thought that Hayley like pulled it out with music videos before, you have no idea. You have no idea. The Chance music video is so good.
That gave me chills. Go check it out, y'all.
You know I love a narrative, so like, let's go.
We all love a narrative. We all do.
Amazing. Well, Hayley, thank you so much. It's always such a joy to talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support.